This module will cover Ohm's law, and the skills we will focus on are multiplication of whole and decimal numbers. Our first example involves multiplying whole numbers. The problem reads 7 times 18 equals x. Because this course is all about developing skills for the field, we want to encourage you to use tools like a calculator to make sure that your calculations are accurate and quick. You're actually encouraged to get out your phone. So go ahead and put the numbers in. 7 times 18. What do you get? You should get x equals 126. Let's take a look at another example. This example involves multiplying decimals rather than whole numbers. It's very similar when using a calculator. You just really want to make sure to put your decimal points in the right places. This problem is x equals 4.1 times 8.76. Go ahead and pause this video if you need a minute to put it in your calculator. Okay, let's see what you got. The answer is x equals 35.92. This lesson is focused on using multiplication to calculate voltage. Voltage, as we've learned before, is the electrical potential as measured between the positive pole and negative pole of a power source. Voltage is related to amperage, which is the number of electrons or electricity flowing past a certain point over a certain period of time. It's also related to resistance, which is the opposition to current flow. Voltage can be calculated using the formula voltage equals amperage times resistance, or V equals A times R. Ohm's law is a mathematical relationship between three electrical conditions: voltage, amperage, and resistance. If two of these values are known, the third value can be calculated using Ohm's law. Now let's try applying these skills to some real-world situations. A technician is using a multimeter to make electrical measurements. The resistance of a taillight circuit is 4 ohms, and the amperage measures 3.65 amps. Calculate the voltage of this circuit. Since we know that volts equal resistance times amps, we can go ahead and fill in what we know from the scenario into our formula. We know that there are 4 ohms of resistance and 3.65 amps. So if we plug these in and multiply them together, we'll end up with the answer 14.6 volts. Let's check out another example. A technician is again using a multimeter to make electrical measurements. The resistance of a battery circuit is 22.5 ohms, and the amperage measures 12 amps. Calculate the voltage of this circuit. Take a minute and try filling it in for yourself. If you need some time to set it up in your own notes, go ahead and hit the pause button and resume the video when you're ready. To begin, we know that resistance times amps equals volts. So now that we've set up our formula, it should look like this. 22.5 ohms times 12 amps equals 270 volts. So the voltage of the circuit is 270. Now that we've completed a few practice problems together, you'll have the opportunity to apply what you've learned to practice a few on your own. Please make sure to complete all 8 problems before logging out of this module.